What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Sams, and this is That Comic Show. Alright, Comic-Con happens every year in San Diego. Unfortunately, I'm not there for it, but I was able to check out some of the things that are going to be coming to us soon on a big screen and a small screen near you, near me, near us, near everybody. Now, I can barely talk. I'm so excited. So much is coming out. So much is about to take place. So much is about to go down. I'm going to go through it with you guys. I have everything here. I have all of the shows, all of the movies that Marvel has announced in Hall H. Hall H has erupted. Everything has been left in ruins. Now, we're not going to wait until the other studios come through with their stuff. We're just going to dive into it right now. And the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that we're going to get Blade in the MCU. Now, if you remember, Wesley Snipes played Blade back in the early 2000s. You can even say that that was the official kickoff of the comic book genre in movies, right? We could easily say that. And now we're about to get him in the Marvel Universe. That means that we might open, finally, the Marvel Dark Universe. And I think that that is a great time to introduce new characters, new theories, and new things. Now, we saw Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now we're going to step into the realm with my man Blade. And guess who is playing Blade? None other than Mahershala Ali. Now, if you remember, Mahershala Ali actually played Cottonmouth back in Luke Cage. So we're gonna see a little bit of a continuity issue, a little bit. But if you remember, there was a character who played, I forgot her name, in Luke Cage as well, that was also in Civil War. But nonetheless, Mahershala Ali is a great actor, one of the best out there in the industry, and he's going to play Blade. I cannot wait. Well, you know what? I can't jump to the conclusion that he's going to play Blade. But he is a big star, a big name. I can only assume that he's going to play Blade, and I hope he does. He's a phenomenal actor. We're going to see him play Blade, and we're going to get Blade in the MCU. Great follow-up to the Infinity Saga. Now it's time to get into some dark stories. It's time to get into some different stories in the MCU. But let's keep it moving. Now, the next thing we're going to finally get, and it has been introduced, and it has been announced that we're finally going to get a Black Widow movie. Now, I believe that this movie should have came out years ago, even before Captain Marvel. But, you know, we have to play the role, we have to play the industry right, and now it's finally time to tell the story of Black Widow. Seeing as though Black Widow is gone from the MCU, I want to know what happened at Budapest. I want to know what happened when Clint Barton was supposed to take her out and decided not to. We know that Taskmaster is going to be in the movie, I believe. But, you know, now we're finally going to see it, and now we finally have a date to the name. And the date is going to be May 1st, 2020. Now, May is usually, well, you know, the last few years it hasn't really been. I was going to say that it's usually Avengers time, but, you know, that's not the case anymore. So we're finally going to get this movie. We have a couple of big names that's going to be connected to this movie. Kat Shortland is the director for this movie, and of course we have Scarlett Johansson reprising her role as Black Widow. I cannot wait to see this finally play out on the big screen. So again, mark your calendars. May 1st, 2020, we get Black Widow. Now, let's keep it rolling. Now, Thor has seen some changes over the last couple of years. We've seen Thor The Dark World, we've seen Thor Ragnarok. Now, we are stepping even further into the realm of the Norse mythology, and we're going to get Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, the title is weird. I'm not gonna lie, the title is weird. What do you mean by Love and Thunder? Now, I know you're the god of thunder. Are you going to be seeing the god of love, the goddess of love? Are we going to be seeing Aphrodite? Are we getting into that? Are we finally going to get into the Greek gods mixed with the Norse gods? Now, I don't know if that is going to be the case. I don't know if that's what we're going to see, but we finally have a date to the name, right? We have a date to the name, and we are going to get, this is going to be interesting, because it says here that Chris Hemsworth, of course, is playing and reprising his role as Thor. I hope he's going to be a slimmed down Thor and not the fat Thor that we saw in Endgame. But we're also going to see Tessa Thompson. And we're also going to see Natalie Portman. So are we going to see a love triangle between the two characters, or who knows? But I'm not even going to speculate on it. I can't wait to see what's about to happen. And we're going to see this in the theaters November 5th, 2021. November 5th, 2021. That's in 2 years. I'm excited that this character is going to play his 4th movie. Now, this is going to be the first character out of the big 3 that's going into his 4th movie. So I think that's pretty awesome that Chris Hemsworth wants to stick around and that Marvel is going to tell more stories with Thor. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's keep it going. Now, this is a series, a mini series that we're actually going to get, an original series that's going to be on the new Disney Plus platform. I can't wait till the Disney Plus platform is available for me so I can go ahead and download it, because I want to see some of the stories that were not told in the movies. So we're finally going to get some stories told on the small screen, and we are going to talk about Hawkeye. We're finally going to get a mini-series for Hawkeye, so we can see a little bit more of his background, a little bit more of his family. Perhaps we might even see that 5-year gap where Hawkeye was doing Ronin for a long time. We're probably going to see that, but of course we're going to get Jeremy Renner playing and reprising the role as Hawkeye. I think that is awesome. That's coming to us fall 2021. Fall 2021. Let's keep it rolling. Now, Marvel has something called What If. What if? So I like this, because what if tells me that we're going to be told stories of what if. You know, what if Tony never snapped and it was someone else who snaps? What if the Hulk never separated from Bruce Banner, or Bruce Banner and the Hulk never came together as far as to make Professor Hulk? What if Thor never got fat? What if Cap never went back in time? You know, what if? And that's going to be awesome to see. We're finally going to see something to that effect. And this is a animated series, actually, the first animated series that the MCU is going to present, and the Watcher, which is awesome. We've seen the Watchers in Guardians of the Galaxy when they were jumping through all of those different jump points, and we see the Watchers talking to Stan Lee. But we're going to see Jeffrey Wright voice the Watchers, and many other actors are going to come across the Marvel to reprise their roles in voice talent. So we're going to see animated series, and we're going to see the original actors play some of these roles in the voice talent. I think that's cool. That's awesome. And that's coming to us the summer of 2021. The summer of 2021. Mark your calendars. I hope you're marking your calendars. I'm definitely marking my calendars. I can't wait. I can barely talk. Anyway, now we're moving on. We're getting back into the big screen, and we're going to see the Sorcerer Supreme come back to the big screen, and there is a date to the face, and that is going to be May 7th, 2021. We're going to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and check out who's going to be with him on this ride, and that is going to be Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen, also known as Scarlet Witch, is going to be with Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in the movie reprising his role as Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. It makes so much sense. She's a witch, he's a wizard. Bring them together. Let's tell some new stories. Let's tell some crazy stories. And now this is going to be a multiverse of madness. Now, I have a speculation. What if they decide to go into the whole backstory of Wanda going crazy and trying to recreate a life with Vision, and because of that she creates a different altered reality? I mean, her power did come from the Mind Stone, so it's only natural that we can see some type of alteration of reality because of her loss and mourning the loss of not only her love but of her brother. And perhaps all of this is ripping a hole in the multiverse, and the multiverse is going insane. Now remember, we also see Baron Mordo is still out there doing his thing, so we're probably going to see him come back in the movie as well. Scott Derrickson is returning as the director. I think he did a phenomenal job in the first movie, so now I cannot wait for the new stories that we're going to be told in the Multiverse of Madness. Again, mark your calendars, May 7th, 2021, May 7th. Can't wait. We're going to return to the small screen, and we're finally going to tell some stories about Loki. Loki, the god of mischief. And the one thing I truly like about this is the fact that if you look at the logo shows the different stages of Loki in the times that we've seen him in different parts of the movies. Now, if you remember in Endgame, Loki took up the Tesseract and he disappeared into the multiverse, into a different timeline. Now we're finally going to get some stories based off of that on the original series of Loki. Now that's coming to us exclusively on the Disney Plus platform, and that's going to be coming down to us spring 2020. Man, I feel like 2019 cannot be over soon enough. I want to get to 2020. That's when we're going to get some of these big names. We're going to get some of these big shows. I cannot wait. Now, let's move on. We get WandaVision. Remember, I just talked about WandaVision, or Wanda, in the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange. Now we're going to see her series coming to us very soon, the WandaVision. And this WandaVision, we are going to see Paul Bettany coming back, reprising his role as Vision. So I think what I speculated is actually going to come to be. She's going to put together and bring back Vision in her own mentality. She's going to create a reality. Now, if you remember and recall in the comic book, The House of M, we see all of these things take place where she actually gets rid of all the mutants, but I don't think they're going to go that far with it. But I think they're going to use aspects of that story to explain what her WandaVision is all about, and that's going to come to us exclusively on the Disney Plus platform, and that's coming out spring 2021. Spring 2021. My goodness. And we have a couple more things we have to still get through. So, man, oh man, I'm tired, I'm hot, but I stayed up. I wanted to wait until this drops so I can know exactly what's about to go down. Now, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is a character I know not a lot about, but now I'm going to try to do some more research on this character. But it's called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, where do we know 10 rings from? We know 10 rings from Iron Man. Iron Man, the Mandarin. We also know 10 rings from the first Iron Man movie, which was the 10 rings. We see this character who gets killed by Obadiah Stane, but we also know from the comic book of the 10 rings being significant to the Mandarin. So we're probably going to get a proper Mandarin in the form of a battle or a fight with Shang-Chi. Now, I'm a little upset about that because I wanted that to be with Iron Man, but who to tell that we might not get a new Iron Man to take over the role and go up against the Mandarin. Remember, there was a one shot that says that the Mandarin is real and still out there, so who to tell what could happen. Now, this person, this movie, this character is coming to the big screen. We see Simu Liu. Simu Liu is going to play the role, I believe, and we have a couple of big name actresses and actors that's going to play this. This looks like this might be the first full-length Japanese movie produced by Marvel. So I think we're stepping into a whole new world doing this, and this is coming out February 12th, 2021. February 12th, 2021, we're going to see this movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Get excited, folks. Get excited. If you remember Endgame, my man Captain America came back. He was an old man. Saw Sam Wilson, hey, you're going to be the new Captain America. Do your best. We saw Sebastian Stan's character, Winter Soldier, Bucky, sitting in the background, kind of looking back, smiling. We see the dynamics of their character in Civil War. I liked it. I loved it, actually. So we're going to see them team up and go head to head. Well, not head to head, but go side by side where we see the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is coming to us exclusively on the Disney Plus platform, and this is coming out fall 2020. That's next year. So that's coming really soon. So we're probably going to get some stories and be told some stories of these characters, these two guys coming together, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, coming together so that they can play these roles and that they can have some new adventures as these big name characters. And of course, I believe that these are going to leak into the actual Marvel universe onto the big screen. Now, which movies are they going to leak to? Who knows? But I love that we don't have an Avengers movie coming out in the next 2 years. I love the fact that we don't have any of the big name characters coming out in the next few years. It's time to tell new stories. And I'm excited for the new stories that we're going to be told. I'm excited for what is coming down the pike. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and probably the most important and most exciting thing that I am excited for that's coming out, is the Eternals. The Eternals Eternals is finally coming out. Now, the Eternals, if you don't know what the Eternals are, is basically, think about this. If the Greek gods were created by the Titans, right? If you know your Greek mythology, imagine the Celestials creating gods. That's basically what the Eternals are. They are the equivalent, the Marvel equivalent of the Greek gods in the form of the Eternals. Now, these are men and women that are superior, strong, have so much strength, have so much power, and we also know for sure that Thanos was actually a hybrid of the Eternals. See, he was actually a mutant version of the Eternals, so we're probably going to see a young version of Thanos, which might explain why he went crazy and berserk and became the Mad Titan that we know and love and even hate. And guess who's going to be playing a role in this movie, which I feel is going to be awesome? Angelina Jolie, Robert Pattinson, Lauren Randolph, Brian Trey Henry, just to name a few people. Selma Hayek. This is going to be a big name production, and I cannot wait to see what goes on here. And this comes out next year. That's awesome. This comes out next year, November 6th, 2020. We're going to get the Eternals. So we have a couple of things coming down the pipe. We have a couple movies coming out next year. We have a couple of new movies coming out in 2021. Some big series coming out as well. Now, that's all I see as far as the announcements are concerned. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, where the hell is the X-Men? Where the hell is Fantastic Four? When are we going to see these characters? When are we going to see all this? What about Spider-Man? When are we going to see Spider-Man come out? Well, remember, we have a lot of things that Marvel has to introduce. So some of these things are going to have to sit on the back burner just for a little bit. And if you remember, Kevin Feige easily said that we're not going to introduce these characters right away. We want to find a way to integrate them into the universe. And at this point, Kevin Feige can do no wrong. So I'm going to listen to everything Kevin Feige has to say. I'm going to follow his lead. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to speed up. I'm going to take my time. I want them to take their time and introduce a proper X-Men to this universe, a proper Fantastic Four to this universe, a proper Galactus, a proper Silver Surfer to this universe. Spider-Man has ripped the doors open, and we have a lot of stories to tell before we get another Spider-Man movie that kind of kicks off or connects what happened in his other movie. Now, man, oh man, there's a lot of news, a lot of things that went down at Hall H. I'm so excited for all the things that went down at Hall H. I hope you're excited for all the things that went down at Hall H. So for real, tell me down below, comment, what are you most excited for? What is the news that really blew your socks off, and which is the news that you can say meh? But you know what? You shouldn't even say meh, because it's Marvel, the MCU. They are coming through blazing. I love what we have coming up, and the best thing about it, we already know that all these movies are going to be done. We already know that all these movies are going to be made. The only time that Marvel has ever done something like this and not deliver, oh, I remember, never, because they've never done stuff like that. Even you could say, well, the Inhuman movie didn't come out. Well, we got an Inhuman series, so what to expect. But I love where we're going in Marvel. I love the direction that we're going, and it is going to get real, even though we are still holding on to the past. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to let go of all those things that we saw. It's time to embrace the future. So I hope you're all ready for this ride, because I'm strapped in and I'm ready to go. Once again, this is your boy Sam's. Comment below, like, share, subscribe, click the notification button so you can know when we drop new stuff. Once again, this is your boy Sam's. Like I said that about 3 times now. Anyway, your boy Sam's, your boy Sam's, your boy Sam's. How you like me now? Marvel, let's go.